Right now, Sayori's the most relatable to me on GL. Hey, you told me to start, so I started the recording. Don't you dare start playing music now. That could get us struck copyright.
Alright, sorry.
Oh, right, I remember. I'm supposed to use game window. Since it's in full screen. There we go. My bad.
Parang kahit naka-electric pan, mainit, no?
It sure is.
Sila naman inaantok na. Aga ako nagising.
I was just talking about how relatable Sayori is. Let's start right away. No need to dilly-dally. It feels so weird having someone else other than Team Salvado to be there.
Nakalimutan ko na sila, mga karakter nila. Sino nga yan? Anhin mo nga muna isa-isa.
Really?
Yan, nakalimutan ko na eh.
When you guys see my mouse, I guess it doesn't really matter. So, from left to right, Sayori,
Yan yung
Yuri,
bida, yan yung kaibigan ni...
Natsuki, and then Monica. The main character is named Remix because I'm an idiot.
Sayori. Ito yung friend ni Remix.
Yes,
Yuri.
that is Yuri. And that is Natsuki.
The Cupcake.
Yes.
Natsuki.
Sure.
And
And
Monica.
that's Monica,
The leader.
President of the United States.
Love.
Is this my latest save? You can use skip to blah blah blah. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Remix, I can't wait to read yours. Oh boy, it's something. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I just realized I'm doing my own voice for the main character, because this is what I assume every generic male protagonist sounds like. Besides, my voice is too horrible to be a main character protagonist voice. I do the same myself. Ours is taken from a... Our paper is from a intermediate pad paper.
Sayori.
Sure. Doesn't really matter what order we view them in. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness! It's so good, Remix. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Bruh. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. No. Maybe even Natsuki's. Also no. The only one that gives actual good criticism is Monica. Lol. Sayori has no idea what she's doing. Natsuki's very based, and Yuri is also very based in her own right. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
I think I understand you better than a lot of the other people, you know? Yeah, Sayori's based as well.
So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem.
It's a remix poem. That actually sounds really nice. That actually sounds really cool. A remix poem.
And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you are really part of the club now.
Physical evidence. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Remix. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm only in here for the boobies, you know.
Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Because if I joined the anime club, no doubt there would only be men there. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Yung letter yan? Sayori?
This is Sayori's poem.
Kaya nga.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. I've never actually read these out loud. I feel like they're best just read and not actually spoken out loud, especially Monica's. Hers are weird. Are you asking me to come out and play? How am I supposed to read Monica's poems out loud, now that I think about it? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to finish this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
I had Milo and fucking oatmeal. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
No.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah? Why okay.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. There's still 3 whole days of this, man. You can't burn yourself out so quickly.
Monica.
Who do we do next? Monica? Hell yeah. Well, her first poem is easy enough to read, I guess.
Hi, Remix.
Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Remix. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of Sayori.
Of something Sayori would like. Monica, I forgot she does that. If you want to know whether or not the poems you did were good, you should definitely talk to Monica first, because she'll always tell you. which character would like your poem the most, you know? Since we're trying to impress a certain girl with our poems. And we did good, obviously. We got proof from Monica. We are indeed in the Sayori route. Not that we needed to know that already. Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Oh well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get from reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles though.
Yeah, they're very based.
But I'll always help you find what suits you the most.
That's why you're the best.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Oh, but I do.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
Solka. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. Could it have been me? See the direction. The spackle protrudes.
A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched, with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Make that he and she, Monica. Actually, which camera are you talking about right now, Monica? Because I have two cameras right now. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Actually, can the camera see you? There, now Monica can see you. Oh, it's not even on, so how are you seeing through it, Monica, huh?
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Arms ni Mami. Kasi nag-arms ako kahapon.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
I train my arms all the time, if you know what I mean. What was the inspiration behind this one? You see, I kinda just realized just now that we're all living inside a video game and I want help.
I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out gone strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to do some writing today. Alright, who do you want next?
Yuri next.
Sure. Saving the best for last, I see. Because after some deeper thinking, Natsuki's definitely the I'm probably based. Though Monica's still my number one. Yuri starts at the poem. Minute passes more than enough time for her to finish
Isa siya
reading.
Yuri, syempre. Very jolly person.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Hold on. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take a while for Yuri to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I've kind of learned to pick up on them. It's kind of surprising that you remember. Most people don't remember the time when they were a noob. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick their writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. You say that as if that makes any sense. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally
Ba't
changes.
nang laway mo tumagsik sa akin?
Yep, I'm sorry.
Ayan.
I like the spit. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying to write new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though, and you think you aren't? Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Or maybe all of the above. Who's to say it can't be all of the above? Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Bruh, Monica literally just told you this is a new assignment. They've literally never shared poems before. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Hazy. It must be this one, the last emanating streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Actually, you read this out loud. See if you can fucking read from Yuri's terrible ass fucking handwriting.
No.
Do you remember where we are now? Come on, read it.
The
You
last
just start-
remaining streetlight.
Come on, you don't
Sorry.
have to sound good. Just read it.
Okay, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I wait, calms, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
There was no S there, that was just calm. That's supposed to be a coma, could you tell? Me neither. I'm looking at the camera, but I forgot we don't have a face cam. It's kinda nice they added that in DDLC Plus because it was a bit
Mas
vague.
deep yung kanya, kaya lang parang ang hirap anuhin.
Yep,
Ang
that's her.
meaning.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. That helps too. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. It's called cursive. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. I don't. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short.
I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What are you doing?
Naano ko yung gamot ko? Pag-inom ng gamot.
Hoo-hoo! Why isn't it foo-foo? Actually, the story isn't about
Wala
ghosts at
tayong
all.
camera?
Remix? No. You can show off your panties anytime, okay? But honestly, please don't still. Really?
Kasi si Manny.
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and blah blah blah. I'm so smart. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to as a ghost. Blah blah, symbolism, look at me, I'm so good with themes. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solid putting it that way. Yeah, I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, last but not least,
Definitely
Natsuki.
not this.
Her name, by the way, means summer. Child.
Summer child.
I forgot what Sayori means. Yuri, depending on how it's written, Yuri is the name of a flower in Japanese. In English, we call the Yuri flowers lily. It is often symbolized with femininity and beauty. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Also, Yuri means gay. So, haha, I just think it's really funny. But it's probably not what her name is supposed to mean. Because I'm pretty sure she's very straight.
Pwede kasi nga.
No. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get punched? I'll show you my standability and aura you. Baka. I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I like it. It's nice and simple. You can that very much easily understand what it means. Just by reading it, right? That's why Natsuki best girl, apparently. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
Have a lot of meaning.
I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Teachers certainly believe it has to be like that. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, teachers very based. I hate it. Ooh. I read other people's poems when we were asked to write a poem. I got a 100 out of 100, but I read this one that I really liked but for some reason didn't get even a passing grade.
No?
Teachers suck. My poem didn't even mean anything. I just used some really fancy words and for some reason the teacher really liked it. Goes to show, teachers don't pay attention, which makes enough sense. They probably had to go through like 200 of those poems. Who has time for that? That is why the educational system is flawed. But enough about me complaining about school.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I also really relate to the poem, I guess. I always see other people, other game developers and their success, meanwhile here I am, depressed, and haven't been able to touch a simple programming in a fucking 2 years now. Much less this. We had a conversation about it last time we played.
Another nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose.
I noticed.
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, it's not.
Siya ba ang youngest?
They're all 18. So, I have no idea what the fuck Natsuki's talking about. I just like to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. No, you should care. If you want unless you want the FBI on your list, Remix. You wanna fuck a lolly, huh? You wanna fuck someone underage? You can go to prison for that. Whew. Why do the loading times take longer? Though, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all.
Bakit yung sa kanya hindi naman pinabasa natin? Daya.
I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. I imagine this is what we wrote. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sadness, flowers, happiness, depression, fireworks. What else? What else did we pick during the 20-word minigame? I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Eh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Parang nagpa-plastikan na sila sa club.
Yep. Oh, is it just me or is it getting hot in here? Ah, thanks. You can feel the tension in the air.
Yeah.
Yours is cute.
Cute. And I took that personally.
Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
No, parang hindi siya ma-hurt eh.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
You should show it to people that don't like it too, you know.
Sayori liked it, and Remix did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse-moi. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style.
Look at them argue like fucking bitches.
I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Remix liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Parang mga bata pa rin talaga sila. Parang
That's not
sila
what I-
18, parang silang 13.
Dude, have you ever wrote a poem before and shared it with other people? Arguments like this is normal. People are always just so based. You're just... I mean, I've seen grown adults argue like this. It's normal. You just have no idea what it is like
What it feels like.
to act like an adult anymore. In fact, you have it all the time, don't you? In your workplace. I hear you and Tita Gingging argue like this all the time amongst yourselves.
Maybe you're just jealous that Remix appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew as eyes bigger as soon as Remix started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. What a perfect time to suddenly turn visible right now.
Remix! She's just trying to make me look bad! That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. How do you explain that to her, Remix? Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Oh shit, I just realized. Okay, it's all good. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Remix? Well?
Naiikot na sa Remix.
Yeah, I'd like to be stuck in between those boobs if you know what I mean. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'd probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be...
Sayuri, syempre.
Nice, you already know how to play the game. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Remix.
Yeah.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Then what are you making me do? But interject my own feelings into your conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
No.
She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes Yamiro! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy.
Yeah.
My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting?
Yeah.
Because...
Well, we're both very based, that's why.
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
I can't read that seriously. Sayori, leave the boobs out of this. Sayori stands triumphantly, probably on top of a desk or something. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
Yeah.
You can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Uh-huh.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Excuse me? If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Crush talaga ni Remix si Monica, no?
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a disaster!
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Remix, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
Are you really asking us to write poems 2 days in a row? That's unrealistic. But hey, it's anime.
Maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about what kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Remix, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, well, what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Remix, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Remix sure has a lot of balls, though. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Right, here we go again. We're still trying to impress Sayori, right? So let's go. What do we got?
Sayori?
We all need around 9
Sayori yan?
words to pick. Yeah, we're still going for Sayori, right?
Okay.
We'll pick words Sayori likes.
Warm.
Roses are red, violets are blue. This is what my poem is. Warm.
Precious.
My precious.
Puro tama?
You're very good at this.
Sugar.
It's okay. We got many more chances.
Charm.
Nice.
Hope. Sunny.
Hey, a Mario reference.
Spatial.
Special?
Yeah.
Why did you pronounce it like that? Hey, it's the name of the game.
Heart. Pure.
Okay, just 2 more. Maybe 3 just to be safe.
Happiness. is parfait and ambient?
Parfait. It's a sort of seasoning you put on
How about the
drinks.
ambient?
You've never had parfait on your milk tea before and stuff?
Meron siguro yun. Di ba meron ako nilalagay? How about the ambient? What's that?
Ambient refers to things that are in the background that you usually don't pay attention to.
Effulgent.
Things like
What is
noises.
effulgent?
Effulgent, something Yuri would like. Here. Shining brightly.
Radiant.
Radiant. Adjective.
Mm.
Of person, order, expression. Emanating joy or goodness.
Ano?
It has not been used in a long time now. It's suddenly getting more use in 2019
Ano si
though.
synonym ng effulgent?
Synonyms?
Oo.
Let's see here.
Ayun, ba? What is a synonym?
It should be here.
Ayan, brilliant.
Why are there no synonyms? Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Brilliant, dazzling, shining.
Yeah. Basta sparkling, shimmering, splendid.
I can show you the world! Time slows to a halt! 1 second has passed.
Shopping!
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, I just made a JoJo reference. I'm not sorry.
Hop.
Lol.
Ano din?
We're running out of time.
Time. Puppy. Family.
It's a family. Fast and Furious reference. Because everyone knows
Adventure.
family is a... Alright, just one more.
Awesome.
Why do you pronounce weird? Alright,
Sweet.
well, let's go for one more just to be safe. Alright,
Isa
and
pa.
there you go, pain apparently.
Sayang. gusto
Alright,
ko
second day's poems. I like the poems in the second day. Let's make a save. And why am I in page 2? What? Huh. I didn't realize I was running out of save slots so quickly. Another day, another job. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Remix. What would you like for breakfast? Maybe you want me? I don't know how that goes. Yo, Sayori. No, it's tu, Sayori. Remix, learn your Spanish. Yes, I just made a Spanish joke there. I am not sorry. You see, the joke is yo means I in Japanese. So, I mean Spanish. So he technically just said, I'm Sayori.
I'm sorry.
What he's supposed to say is tu Sayori, which means you in Spanish. Yo soy. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Yeah, I'm just still not used to you being here in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Eh. That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh.
Why?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to take a look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill into the desk. There's 2 small coins, a butterfly for some reason, and some dust.
I only want.
I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option.
Oh, si Mami pala si Sayori.
mind game
Always
defeat. You didn't think JoJo-like enough. You weren't JoJo smart enough in the mind
Remix
games.
is like JoJo.
Don't make me feel guilty. Why?
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh.
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. I just totally was. Yuri, tell Remix to let me borrow some money.
No.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get so absorbed into my book. Ew. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri.
Pagkabaliw lang si Sayori, you know?
It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. It's a fun side of you. That's,
There's no way you can think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Yes, like the little devil that makes you want to cut yourself with your knives. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But
She is a master of the mind games.
you wouldn't have come here if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
You're admitting to it! Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto her desk.
Ow! What was... a cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? This because I paid my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. There's your agree. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just to eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Whoa, Natsuki could afford a wrapper on her cookie?
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
She's not one tough cookie, I guess you could say. I'm sorry. Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
No.
Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I get it.
No, Natsuki, you're falling for her trap! Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Ooh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room.
Where's Monika anyway? Fucking Monika, Good question.
Sama na remix. Nag-date na sila.
I thought we were going for Sayori. Besides, Monika isn't an option.
Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. She's still probably safe within Natsuki's range. She knows Natsuki's stand is a close range stand. So as long as she remains away, at least 2 meters away, she's safe.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You think she's banging some hot chicks and guys right now?
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me.
Suddenly the door swings open. Somebody wants to meet. Ah, there you are. Speak of the devil and she will come.
I didn't need to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But I'm gay. What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me.
Never mind that.
What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall.
Really? I'm sorry. I hope you had the proper change of diapers or whatever. Yes, that was a joke. Get it. Period. I'm sorry. I should just stop with the dad jokes.
To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
Yeah, you lost your youth.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? Damn you.
I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
If you go there, you're gonna fall asleep and you're not gonna pay attention. I had an easy time memorizing their names, and that's saying something coming from me. Personally, since I have a hard time with names.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That,
Monica looks at me.
maybe once I get a little better, I will.
What, so my voice aren't distinct enough?
Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case,
Wait until the credits.
I won't let you down, Remix.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. She's not looking at you though, Remix. She's looking at us.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently.
Ugh,
And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. Sayori almost got punched. But that's about it. Same old, probably. Assuming this club room. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Oh, by the way, do you remember Amy?
Yeah.
Amy Arachna? Do you remember what her id ability is named? No, it's Amy like spiders. It was Sophie Bell that gave the name. If I remember correctly. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Oh, time for the Sayori scene.
Remix! Remix!
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with?
Supplies?
What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks and stuff.
I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay!
Damn it, I wish I came up with something funny to say there.
Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Oh, are you going with Remix to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay.
Damn it, I wanted to go with Monica. Fuck.
It was just a suggestion. See if you can find
Poster paper too, okay? No.
Okay. Ready, Remix?
Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the clubroom. Alright, time for me to get my thumbnail. I follow behind as Sayori humps and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
A performance? No, but I'm not good on stage. What kind?
Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
Ah, that sounds kind of dull.
Remix. You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final word.
Parang sila yung magkakapatid na witch.
What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Demetri, yung mga anak niya.
Oh, from Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Caressing the final joyous moment
Boses mo eh.
between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that.
Sayori, I don't know why I did all that. I don't have my face cam. How do I put this? I'm sure the fact that I had no face cam meant my performance was all the more impressive. Because now it's up to the viewer's imagination what poses I was doing.
Bakit ka nagbubukas ka ng camera?
I don't know, I just don't think it'll provide anything, but I don't know. I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
Ako naglalaro ka, hindi yan record yan. Boses lang.
Yeah? Speaking of,
Ay, ang mismo yung record sa laptop, hindi nare-record.
no, the game audio is being recorded as well.
Pero yung mismo na sa laptop, ayan, yung pinapanood na. Hindi.
The game?
Yeah.
Obviously it's being recorded. What do you think this is? I'm not an idiot. Speaking of, is the video being recorded? Okay, good. Thank fuck.
I'm working super hard on this, you know.
I know. Oh, how long have we been recording? I guess we'll end before the start of the next poem as usual. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. The festival's going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Remix. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. Depressed people have the tendency to try making sure everyone's always having a fun time. After all, that is a psychological fact. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. It's really impressive. I mean, I was this stupid as well. But seeing mommy herself act like an idiot right now, so unaware of all the subtext of everything that's happening right now. You still just think this is a happy game right now, don't ya?
Yeah.
Still so blissfully unaware. Oh, mommy, never change. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayori head straight to the closet and I
Pero
followed.
parating day naman yung ano nila eh. O, paano po kakaroon ng something?
Didn't Resident Evil Village take place during the daytime as well? It doesn't have to be nighttime to be scary. The things that lurk in the day can be just as scary as those you cannot see during the darkness of night. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons on the shelf.
Wala yung ganun eh. Nasa hype na.
They're the best brand, too.
Besides, the nighttime is such an overused trope in horror. After what went through with Empty Soul, yeah, I really hate the dark.
They're kind of dirty, though.
It's such a cheap way of making a horror game. Player starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. But please move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
Ah, I dropped one by accident. Yeah!
Sarah bent over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls over to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow!
You okay?
My forehead!
Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. When Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts!
Just do it for a second. Thumbnail. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow!
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. How can you do that? I've bumped my head a couple of times before. Never that bad. A bump is starting to form as well. Jeez. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Remix.
Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink will do.
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Ah, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Only because we're doing the Sayori route. I put Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. In the other route, Sayori would just be going with Monica. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. I want apple juice now. She has one palm in her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. Oh, I like this OST. Dun 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 dun.
At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. And Sayori the bottle of apple juice.
Nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. You idiot! Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori placed the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Remix. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know.
If he really was afraid of getting found out, though, Remix would have just run away, wouldn't he? Because children are dicks like that. Would they really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember.
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Remix. I didn't think you realized it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you're being friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Remix, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling when we'll each end up for college after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. Oh, if only you knew what the future held, Sayori. I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Reminds me of the romance novel I read that Nanay had when I was stuck in the hospital. Didn't I borrow one? Did I ever manage to return it? Actually,
Natapos mo or first chapter lang?
I got bored. Halfway through.
Tagalog yun
Those kinds of things. How can anyone enjoy them? They're so tropey. I've literally already read a similar book like that a million times already, man. Just in Tagalog this time instead of Spanish or something. Makes me not want to disturb her. That of course includes Doki Doki Literature Club, I guess.
I don't want to
Mari Wanika, you know? Yes, sentences. Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way.
Not if I had it under my bangs.
You should get a haircut. Sayori hops to her feet.
Ah!
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself.
Ew.
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. That's a good enough ending point.
Very well.
It'll be poem reading time soon enough. We'll end it right here. Yes. Saved. And thank you for watching. And how do I pause? I wanna see this. You guys get to see them too, since this Let's Play is supposed to showcase the new stuff as well. Just the extra stuff. What the heck? Bonus songs? This song, what does it mean to plus? Huh? Add it to favorites or something, I guess? Playlists? Okay. What the heck are these two songs? Candy Hearts featuring Jason Hayes. Dear Sunshine featuring Azuria Sky? Ah, they added new songs, I guess. Tate Diesel probably never played. Cool. That art style looks really different from the actual game. I can listen to that while doing other stuff, right? Nice. Pictures. Here's all the artwork. Oh, I guess the poems count as artwork. Set as wallpaper. Hell yeah. Monica wallpaper, baby. Yeah! What the hell's mail? No new mail. The fuck? Files. Ah, here's the files. Fun. Huh, how are you supposed to decrypt these then? I wanna decrypt Yuri.character again. And read the story about her murdering someone.
Huh? Yuri?
What about it?
Murder?
What about it? Attributions.txt. Font licenses. Okay, these are just credits.
I mean, there's Yuri.
Internal. I still remember reading it, yeah. It was a fun read. She compared a dying person to a cockroach as she chopped off with an axe and stuff. It was a really great read. So scary, so creepy, so off-putting. So good. This game's a masterpiece, I tell ya. Why didn't you use a knife though? How did you get an axe? Oh, the song rocks. Then again, I'm just based. I like EDM. What genre is this? Trance? Nah. Ah, house. Electronic dance music. It covers a wide variety of subgenres of music. I listen to them all the time whenever I listen to the shower. This is another example of EDM. Yeah. This one is belongs in the genre of EDM. The song, specifically house music. I have no idea why it's called house, man. The man that invented it just decided to name it house, and it makes no sense. Like, when I think of house, I imagine music made using where your instruments are using instruments you can find in your house, like kitchen utensils and stuff. But nope, house refers to this kind of drum beat. Listen to it, because this is what defines house music. Anyway, that's enough of this. 11:56.